trying to tell in that video right there. Nonetheless, King, is it just me, or was he duped into this match?
I think he let Jamin Olivencia get the best of him. He didn't have to give him this match tonight, but his ego got ahead of his brain, and here he is in a match he shouldn't even be in my opinion. Ought to be having a night off.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the family, Muhammad Ali Vaez.
Kenny, I like that. A case where his ego got ahead of his brain. Every once in a while, you get a one-liner, and I love it.
Well, I'm
some
glad,
keen insight from the King.
Glad I can be of some help.
Well, really, what Jamin Olivencia did was call into question Muhammad Ali's manhood.
Well,
he said, if you're a man, if you want to fight, we know where we can fight.
That'll oftentimes make your ego get ahead of your brain.
Pride has written a mini check that the behind can't cast. Brittany Devereaux.
And his opponent from Buffalo, New York, Jamin Olivencia.
Should be an incredible contest here. Two of the top-tier talents here in OVW, and very contrasting styles between Jamin Olivencia and Muhammad Ali Vaez.
I wonder if Brittany Devereaux is having relations with Jason Olivencia, too. You notice that the only one who's really got a crap introduction tonight was Ted the Trailer McNailer. Everyone else gets their best effort.
King, so
makes you wonder, don't it?
Here, you're ridiculous, Kenny.
Yeah, it just makes you wonder. I'm a thinking man, that's all.
Really?
Every now and then. You ain't gonna believe this, Delbert, but we still got people flooding in here trying to get a seat for this event tonight. They're trying.
It's a big night.
Standing room only right now.
It is a major night, a pivotal night here in OVW.
I'm not sure, but I just think I saw him throw the fire marshal out. I don't think he's even allowed in here tonight.
Who's going to walk away with power? Who's going to have complete control? Who's going to be the executive manager, the sole person at the top
but think,
here
Delbert,
in OVW?
I can't help but think Danny Davis didn't seem to really be happy with either party having control of his company. He said he loved Trailer like a son. Well, I love my son like a son, and I willingly gave my company to my son, Bowling Services 2.0, signed it right over to him. But Danny didn't seem real happy about that.
Nonetheless, the owner of the company, Danny Davis, has to bow and to bend to the whim of the board of directors. Everybody has a boss, Kenny.
I don't. Come and go as I please, do what I want.
Talked about the
wake up when I want to, go to bed when I want to.
Match that we may see here in the
unlimited funds coming in. Never have to worry about money. I got it made,
All
man.
right, Kenny. The contrasting styles of Jamin Olivencia and Muhammad Ali Vaez. Of course, Jamin, high octane, 200%, really innovative with his offense. Ali, methodical, tactical, underhanded, and of course another member of the family. You got to wonder how that will come into play with Miss J here.
Yeah, well, it'll all play out before the end of the night, I can promise you that. Look at the intensity that Olivencia is bringing to this match tonight. Makes you think he might have an inner hatred for Muhammad Ali.
Have you met Muhammad Ali Vaez?
I've met him a time or two.
Because I'm pretty sure anybody that has an inner hatred for him.
And in all honesty, the times that we've gotten together, he's invited me out to the compound, gotten me some pretty good rates on gasoline when times were tough, and tough meaning over $4 a gallon. Funny, but where he gets gas, it don't cost that much. It's like 83 cents. Don't know how he does it.
Vaez, of course, the son of privilege.
An on-compound gas pump for 83 cents a gallon.
Note the way that Olivencia and Vaez are starting this matchup. Like I said, very, very evenly matched, but with unique and interesting styles. And it seems to be a hold for hold. Anything you can do, I can do better. Besting type story here.
And probably a matchup that Olivencia doesn't see himself in that often, as to where he's really about as big or maybe even a little bigger than the guy he's wrestling. He don't get a lot of those.
Just when Ali thought he could get back to his feet, it was Olivencia who put on his back for a near fall.
I mean, you got to figure in the back of his mind he wouldn't be thrilled to have a match with a guy like Rob Terry or the Moose or Mr. Black or Rocco Bellagio, one of those guys. Big monsters, you know, they can hurt you bad. They can accidentally hurt you.
Referee package Chris Sharp right in there, making sure that it is fair, making sure that it's clean. And you know, these guys kind of broke into Davis Arena, broke into OVW at just about the same time. Ali thought he was going for the arm drag.
Nope.
Olivencia had it sprouted.
Had the arm drag there. And he's awfully excited about the two that he executed.
So in a match that came about over pride and ego, over who was the better man, it is Olivencia here in the opening moments that seems to have the upper hand.
I never ever had any arguments like that amongst me. I think everybody ever knew me, knew I was a man. It never came into question.
Kenny, they just didn't want to argue with you, so they let you think whatever you want.
At
least that's what I do. Cover here, cover here.
Two people everyone knew was a man. That's Kenny Bolin and Daniel Boone. He's a man, he's a big
picking up the pace here, and again, putting Ali on his back. And just when Ali, I thought he was going for the floor, but no. Olivencia goes for the pin. And what do you think that Ali's thinking right here on the floor?
He's thinking, well, I might need to regroup. The crowd obviously doesn't like me. The guy in the ring doesn't like me. I don't have a whole lot going for me right now, and I've been on my back most of this match.
And that is where he finds himself once again.
Now, that hasn't led to a loss of the match as of yet, but if he doesn't reevaluate and get something going his way, it can quickly lead to that.
You can only spend so much of your time looking up at the lights before 3 seconds pass, and the next thing you know, the other guy's music's playing.
Well, very good, Delbert. I couldn't agree with you more.
Cover here, cover. And everything that Ali tries to do, when he tries to mount some offense, it is Jamin Olivencia who is right there with the counter.
Been a step ahead of him most of the night.
Again, these guys have been here for the better part of 4 years. Not only have they fought before, they have fought with each other, I believe, at some point in time, and they've stood across from the ring. They know each other so well.
Well, when you've been with one organization that long, you're going to create some strange bedfellows, and you're going to have some interesting matches along the way just out of doing the math. Eventually, the promotion will put you against each other.
And when you're fighting somebody who knows you and who you know so well, that changes the game. Hey, Kenny, that's certainly the stake for our heavyweight title match here tonight. It's Shiloh Jones, Smooth Johnny Spade, best friends and tag team partners.
Two guys that know each other real well. On paper and experience-wise, you would want to give the edge to Smooth Johnny Spade, but being as it's a guy who's a little irked at Johnny right now and also knows him better probably than anybody in the locker room other than me, and I'm not wrestling him tonight, you might want to give Shiloh a bit of an edge tonight just for the fact that he knows his partner real well.
And you talk about being irked, it is Jamin Olivencia who is irked right now because, as we saw in the video package before this match, Jamin had the opportunity to be in that heavyweight title match tonight had it not been for the interference of Ali.
Which might be leading to some of this inner hatred that you're seeing out of Olivencia in the early going. As you know, the paydays are a lot bigger when you're packing that strap around with you.
Olivencia hung out to dry over that top rope. Into the cover, quick goes Ali. That is the first bit of offense I think I have seen from Ali in this match. He
hadn't had a lot. It's time for him to realize that that opening match money and main event money are two different worlds. Bowling Services learned that real early.
The fans here in Davis Arena begin to rally behind Jamin Olivencia. It is the tactical, the maniacal, the methodical Ali Vaez who used that top rope to turn the tide in this match.
Now, what Olivencia's got to remember there is that Ali Ali just used his hair to snap him down to the ring with.
And again.
Well, I'd be returning that favor because look at all that beautiful long hair that Ali's got.
Did you see how Vaez put that knee right across the face of Olivencia during the pin?
Oh, it's irritating and it hurts.
It makes it just a little bit harder to kick out.
Absolutely it does.
A choice instead of covering the leg.
A little bit of extra humiliation, a little bit more pain, a little more irritating.
Tactical. Tactical is the son of privilege, Vaez.
Absolutely what it is. I never liked it.
Step over here into a pinning predicament goes. Olivencia, who's got him locked in some kind of submission maneuver. Will Ali tap?
I don't even know what to call that. But
is this it? You call it painful, that's what you call it. But no, he looks like he's trying to roll Olivencia onto his back.
Yeah, ref trying to get it broken up there.
He was able to get to the ropes. Jamin Olivencia, innovative was what I called him at the top. Cover here, cover here. Innovative was what I called him at the top. And when you are always bringing something new to your offensive arsenal, he can catch you at any time.
Well, he didn't lower that he didn't lower that kneecap for that reason. He's got something else in mind.
As Vaez begins to grind now.
Ain't much hurts worse than a knee to the head. And he's going to get he was going to get a couple of them.
Went to the well one too many times. It's Olivencia who moves out the way.
You got to remember, these smart wrestlers, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Are you calling Jamin Olivencia a smart wrestler? Do you have that within you?
I'll say that, yeah. He's an intelligent
taking
wrestler.
a page out of a neutral broadcaster, and turnabout is fair play.
I've never been a neutral broadcaster.
Who was hung out to dry on the top rope moments ago, gives it right back to Ali.
Neutral means I try to call it equally on both sides of the fence.
And with the
I am
train
an
wreck,
unbiased announcer.
with the train wreck in the middle of the ring,
When I
it
think
is
a guy,
referee package Chris Sharp who begins to lay the count.
thing you got to remember, when I think a wrestler ain't got a shot, I don't cover it up. I don't sugarcoat it. I tell the fans, this wrestler ain't got a shot.
Up to 6, and Ali's the first to his feet.
Or if I don't like what he's doing, or I don't like his ways, or I don't like his maneuvers, or I don't like the seriousness he takes this business, I'll tell you about it.
Olivencia picking up the pace here.
And right now, Olivencia is bringing a little bit more to the table right now than Ali is.
Ali on the receiving end.
That don't mean
pressing.
that Ali can't change it. I know Ali's smart enough to do that.
Rolling here. The battle over who is the better man. Two men that have known each other for the better part of 4 years, who broke into the business at just about the same time, laying it all on the line right now.
And Olivencia doing a wise thing right now, regrouping a little bit. Don't rush into anything too soon. Catch your breath, realize what it is you want to do.
And I tell you, this has been a contest. Scouted!
See, he took his time there, and he had a strategy. And Ali fell for it. Ali slung him into the ropes, thinking he's going to hurt his back. Olivencia was ahead of it, leaped those ropes, and come out with a big drop kick. Advantage Olivencia.
So what do, Kenny? If you're fighting a guy who knows what you're going to do before you do it, what do?
Very easy.
Where's the edge?
You bring something he hadn't seen. Try something maybe you haven't ever tried before. Try something someone else does. Now, he does that a lot, and Ali should have been looking for it. That's not what I'm talking about right there. Ali's got to have that scouted, and he did the second time. See what I mean?
What did you say? Fool me once, shame on me?
Fool me twice, shame on you.
Up, out, and over the top
well,
rope.
It's backwards of that, but you got the idea. You've been backwards of this.
That's it. Blatantly right in front of the referee's face.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner via disqualification, Jamin Olivencia.
And what that tells me is that for tonight, Ali felt he was in over his head and was getting out the best way he could.
Ali just threw Brittany Deveray right out of her seat and laid into Jamin Olivencia with the chair.
He ain't going to win the battle, but he's going to try and win the war.
Ali, does that make you the better man?
I don't know if any of these fans agree with that or not. We got a capacity crowd in there right now and ain't real happy with Ali.
Enough is enough. You've been disqualified. The match is over. Ali pummeling Olivencia here. He said he was the better man. He said he was unprovoked. Neither is true. Neither is true. true. Nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, Ali wouldn't know the truth if it smacked him in the face.
Emptied about every referee and production assistant we got in the back to get in there and separate these two. Well, I wonder if Ali feels any better about himself now. Had to get himself disqualified.
Do you think that he felt like he could not get the better of Jamin Olivencia?
Oh, I know that's what he felt. That's why he's taking advantage of him now. I've been there.
Jamin still with some fight in him. As Ali walked over him, Jamin grabbed his foot. It's going to take a whole lot more to keep the leader of the dog pound down.
We've had matches that didn't go our way, and then we wanted to get a little revenge in the end, and that's exactly what he's doing right now.
Kenny, how do you keep Ali back?
Well, I'd hope they got enough men in there to do so.
You're going to need a few more men.
Starting to look
Get
that
him
way.
out of there. Come on.
Yeah, until they get him out, it's going to be an uphill struggle.